How do's, how do's. This is the second episode of the backlogs. The first thing I want to address is, as stupid as it may sound, I posted one to YouTube and had 2 views, which is 2 more than I thought I was going to get, if I'm honest. I haven't been playing many games lately, with some health issues. I suffer really bad with depression, and it's been kicking my fucking ass the last 10 days or so. Be feeling really down, lonely, lost, and that, along with other health issues, has made me really low. Very lost, not really sure where I am in life. Plays with your mind, definitely. I'm sure there's people out there that also suffer with depression, and on them really bad days you struggle to do anything, and you're definitely not alone. I suffer with those issues and more. Really not great. Spoke to a therapist. My therapist talked through some things, and at the time you think it really doesn't help. You can't see a way out of the darkness. Almost like you're trapped in a tunnel, and it doesn't matter if you go forward or backwards, you can't get out of the darkness. Slowly but surely I'm starting to see some light at the end of that tunnel, so hopefully we'll be back onto doing some more games and stuff. I have just started one that I'll get into momentarily, but first I just want to talk about some films that I've been watching that have sort of helped me get through some of these difficult days. I want to start with Nurai, The Curse, a Japanese film, a found footage film. It's alright. I didn't really have a clue of what was going on with some of it. It's definitely worth a watch if you're into found footage films. It definitely takes some weird twists and turns. But all in all, it's not too bad. I needed a bit of a laugh, because you can't, as much as I love horror films and horror games, sometimes I think that you need to lighten the mood a bit, but I can't go too far off from the horror. So I watched Leprechaun Returns from 2018. It was a great little film. I'll give that 3 stars. It came out in 2018. It's not Warwick Davis. It was the original Leprechaun. It's a new guy. It's good. It's gory. It brings back a few from the original film. You just switch your mind off and just let some chaos ensue. And I like the fact that they brought some of the rhymes back for the Leprechaun. He spoke in rhymes, which was really cool. I watched a slasher from 1984, Fatal Games, set at a sports academy. The killer with a javelin. For as much as they just use the javelin as the weapon, they do some creative stuff with it. It's pretty cool. It's on Shudder, I think. Not the UK Shudder. It's definitely on the US Shudder. I use a VPN so I can sort of watch films from all over the place. It's good. If you read some of the reviews, they start talking about transphobia and transphobic ending, and fuck off with that. The film was made in 1984. You can't judge it by today's standards, but it's worth a watch. I watched the classic Maniac Cop. Fatal Games. I did give 2.5 stars. It could have been better. You'll see if you watch it. The acting's not brilliant, but it's got everything that you need from a slasher. I mean, you've got some good kills, nudity. Can't argue with it. 2.5 stars. Maniac Cop from 1988, 3 stars. There's not much you can say. I mean, you just got to watch it. Really, it's. I suppose you couldn't class it as a slasher, really. Some people do, some don't. I'm more in the camp of it is a slasher film. Yes, he uses a gun or a truncheon at one point, a kosh, a couple of strangulations, a few beatings and that. But I do like what they do in Maniac Cop. The main cop doesn't survive through the whole film, and it's got let's be honest, a global hero in my eyes, Sir Bruce Campbell, as he should be known. I watched a British slasher film called Punch from 2023. 1 star. Honestly, it's one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen. I couldn't understand half of what the killer was saying with his stupid mask on. If there's any Americans that listen, if one of the 2 views that I had was an American, Punch is based on because I'm not sure if you could have it in America, it's based on like a seaside puppet show, Punch and Judy. But don't watch this film. It's honestly dog shit. And then, just because I like the banter in the film and I like the effects, and I'm a sucker for a werewolf film, I watched the classic, which is Dog Soldiers from 2002, 5 stars. It's phenomenal. Possibly the greatest werewolf film ever made. The way the characters interact, especially Sean Pertwee, who is phenomenal in it. I don't want to talk about it too much because if you haven't seen it, you've just got to watch it. A British film outclasses any American werewolf film, in my opinion. And the second best werewolf film I think I've seen in a long time is from 2015. It's called Howl. Like Howl at the Moon. It's another werewolf film, a British one. This time setting on a train, which is clever. It's really good. It's in the same vein of Dog Soldiers. It hasn't got the comedy side of it as Dog Soldiers has, but it's another phenomenal film. And just because I fancied a bit of 80s cheesy gold, the classic sleepaway camp. My rating goes down on this the more I watch it, if I'm honest. It used to be quite a high rated film for me. Now it's just a 3-star film. Now, I think other films of that genre do it a lot better. It's an iconic film if you've seen it, obviously, because of the ending, which is what makes it controversial for the time, I suppose. Again, transphobia, but it's not. And this film that I watch next might be a controversial, not a controversial pick, but maybe controversial in what I give it. I went back to A Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake from 2010. And you know what? People slag this film off. They say how shit it is, it's an abomination. They're wrong, in my opinion. It's a 4-star film, easily. Out of all the Nightmare on Elm Street films, this is the 3rd best one. Hands down. The original Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, and then this one. I thought Jackie L. Haley done a great job as Freddy. I liked some of the mannerisms. The voice was a bit deep and annoying at times. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And anyone who says different is wrong. I mean, just go and watch Freddy's Dead. What a piece of shit that is. Dream Child, dog shit. Wes Craven's New Nightmare was innovative for the time, but it's not a great film. Let's be honest. Nothing comes close to the original. Dream Warriors is a fantastic film. And then I would put this one third. Easily. Might be controversial, but that's how I feel about it. Now on to... This is not going to be a very long episode. Probably 15-20 minutes. Just for let me ranting on a bit. And I don't want to put these off too long, because I do want to get better at speaking, almost speaking to people, I suppose. It's a skill I think that's quite good, so the more you do it, the better you should get. So on to games. I had a list of games that I was going to do, and I kind of put the backlog on the back burn, because I say with the health issues lately, and I'm really suffering with depression lately, I just need a bit of joy in my life. I saw a video on YouTube. I'm sorry, but I can't remember who put it up, but it was like, I'm playing the original Pokemon game, but because I just want to feel something. And that's how I felt. I thought, I want to play something that makes me feel something. So I was thinking back to some sort of games that I played as a child, and as you can probably imagine through some of it, I didn't finish a lot of games as a child, but I think we were all like that. But one game that I really, really enjoyed was Paper Mario: 1,000-Year Door. So I've just got the remake for the Nintendo Switch, and I've just started that, and it just makes me smile. It just makes me happy. Because when it comes to sort of RPGs, which I really enjoy, thinking about it, the only real RPGs I ever sort of played were Final Fantasy. I played Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy, which I really enjoyed. But apart from that, it was just mostly Final Fantasy, and as stupid as it may sound, I didn't realise there is an alternative. And there are possibly better games than Final Fantasies, because I always rated them very, very high. So I thought I'm going to do some alternative RPGs, well, I would call alternative RPGs, for a while. So I'm going to start with Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, and then from there I'm probably going to jump straight into Super Mario RPG. I will then jump into a game that I played briefly as a kid, but it was too confusing for me then. Hopefully I'm a bit smarter now, which is Earthbound. And then from Earthbound, I'm going to jump into South Park: A Stick of Truth, just because you got to have some laughter in life. As much as I love the horror games and the horror films, but sometimes with the depression, I just need to laugh, and it takes a lot to make me laugh. And that type of South Park humour, I was a big South Park fan as a kid. And I'll still, if I'm flicking through the TV and it's on, I'll sit there and watch it. So I'm going to try the Stick of Truth. I am then going to jump into a Final Fantasy game that I never played, which would be Final Fantasy X. And then possibly Final Fantasy 15. There may be a few more sort of alternative RPGs that I may jump into. This isn't going to turn into an RPG show, because there's way better RPG shows out there than what I'm going to be able to do. This is just me talking to nobody. So So yeah, they're going to be the ones. I need a bit of happiness in my life. I've been struggling to find joy in anything. And I'm tired. I'm tired of faking joy. I need something to perk me up, to make me sociable again. I'm not going to go into sort of the other health issues that I've got. But yeah, I know I'm just drifting off now. So anyway, yeah, they're the games we're going to go for. There's something about Nintendo that I think a lot of other game companies miss out on. And that is, there's just something about Nintendo games, especially the mainline ones, obviously Mario, Luigi's Mansion, Zelda, Pikmin. There's something about Nintendo games that just makes people smile. They just make me smile. As soon as I turn that Nintendo Switch on, and as soon as I'm jumping around as Paper Mario, it just makes me smile. Yeah, it's an excellent game. The only sin I've committed really when it comes to Nintendo Switch is I've never played a Nintendo Switch game on my TV. I always play them handheld. It's just something about Nintendo and handheld. I think it just suits it better now. We may even jump into some of the... I really enjoyed Mario and Luigi. Can't remember the exact title. It was on the Game Boy Advance. I remember playing that on holiday once, and that was a great game. So I may jump into a couple of them because I know there's a new one out now. Yeah, but that's just me drifting off on track again. Just take a puff of me vape, might set me brain for a minute. So yeah, I'm just trying to be happy. Try and find some happiness somewhere. And at the moment, the PS5 isn't doing it for me. It's kind of just sat there, not collecting dust because I do like to keep them clean, but it's just kind of just sat there. I did install Final Fantasy X and X-2 on there, and South Park: The Stick of Truth, so it will get played. But I may play The Stick of Truth on the PlayStation Portal. So yeah, that's basically, it's just a little update really. Thanks to the 2 viewers, I appreciate it. As I said earlier, that's 2 more than I thought I was going to ever get. And as everyone's heard this before, I'm not going to talk like I'm some mental health ambassador. But if you are struggling with mental health and physical health, I struggle with both, there is help out there. It's a pain in the ass to try and get help in the UK. I find it's a bit hit and miss, but it can be attained. You are not alone. Contact me if necessary. I think I've put my email out there before, and to be honest, I haven't even checked my emails since the last one. But again, I'd love to have a co-host, someone to talk to, because sad as it may sound, I have no friends. So I'm looking for a friend. So you can message me at the undeadheads@outlook.com. That's all lowercase. Good talking to you all. And remember, you're not alone. Play some Nintendo, make you smile. And when you meet someone, instead of saying hello, say how do's.